Welcome back to a brand new episode of Charm City Beat. We are back. The draft is come and gone. Spring training is in full swing, and we
Combine, Gerald. Combine.
combine. Sorry,
Jesus. Draft.
combine in full swing. We are doing this live, no cut. No, guys, this is the best time of the season. Personally me. I just love the business side. I love seeing who's going to be new in the NFL and all that, and then of course you got free agency coming up. But yeah, let's talk about it though. Um, Looks like the front office spent the past week in Indianapolis for the NFL Combine. I'm trying to find the next great Raven. A couple of spots that we definitely need help in, obviously. One of them being offensive line. You guys, a lot of offensive linemen this year.
Yeah, I think seven of the top 20 prospects. I think I saw on one website had them all offensive linemen. Absolutely huge. And they need it because Kevin Zietler and John Simpson are pending free agents. Ronnie Stanley's played like 36 of the last 67 games, and he's 30 years old next month. So, and he's going to hit 26.2 million against the cap. So he could be one of those post-June cuts. So to me, they've got three guys at least that aren't going to be in the line next year. They got to replace them outside having all pro Lindenbaum. I think that's the direction they could totally go.
Yeah. Russ.
Yeah, I mean, Grant, we don't know about him, but seems like everyone's already forgetting about Voorhees
Yeah.
as even an option. Like, don't we? Didn't we traded? We literally had our post draft press conference, and then the cost was like, "Oh, hold on, I got to go do something real quick." Trades back into the draft and takes his guy. Right, like I said, coming off ACL, but
Yeah. What's the status of his injury right now? Anybody know?
no, I mean, don't talk about that. No one. Basically everyone knew he was out all year. I mean, but he's almost been out a whole year now.
Yeah.
It happened at the combine, so he's he's gonna have well over a year to recover from that. And let's be honest, he's not a shifty guy. It's not like
Yeah.
he's a guard. Yeah, he presses off his knees, but he's not going to be juking off of them.
No. Thank
And
God.
and surprisingly, Cleveland wasn't terrible when he played this season.
No.
But
I mean, the pieces are there. I definitely think we definitely need to zero in on a good tackle. Again, Moses, Stanley, those aren't, it's not long term sustainable. I hate to say it, but that's where we're at.
Yeah, and I think there's clearly a window right now. You've got Roquan Smith in the house. You have a really good defensive that's there, but they're missing guys already to free agency this year and everything. So I'm just wondering, they really can't mess around too much with building a team from
Yeah.
scratch again. They've got to. I think they have to look strongly at getting a veteran guy on that line and trying to go for it again this year because I think they're not even going to have so many more years of the unit together.
Yeah. Another point of content, another spot of interest, actually, cornerback. The cornerback room is getting a little thin, maybe. What do you guys think?
Does Marlon Humphrey come back to this football team, or is his days done? I think we got some good production from guys we weren't expecting to have good production from last year, or
Mm-hmm.
just like really, really good production. And so I think expecting that again this year might be a little bit fool's gold. So I think they really do need to prioritize it. And to me, that's what they're going to do in the first round is go out and get that shutdown corner, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm between corner and tackle, but corner is definitely one that, hey, right tackle, I mean, right corner falls to us. Why not?
yeah, yeah, a lot of big names are getting cut recently. I, I mean, Poyer got White got cut from Buffalo, so who knows if Humphrey might be back if that's the league look direction the league is going.
They are not getting rid of Marlon Humphrey. There's
I'm,
no way.
at how much is he going to willing to play ball? Because as of right now, and we'll get to it later, we got a pending 20-something million cap hit currently on our books right now, and we want to have fun in free agency. Someone's going to have to play ball somewhere, and he's made his money, and yeah, was he hurt last year? Yeah. This is where his forced fumbles has gone down over the years. His interception, he still glocks down, but
Yeah.
someone's got to play ball, and
For
he out of all the ones, he probably would be the more reasonable one because Stanley's like, nah, I'm gonna make all this money. Even if you cut me, I'm still making like 12 something against you guys.
Mhm. Yeah, no, I honestly have heard, and again, screw it. Let's talk about it right now. Let's take a break. We're on it. Um, I honestly have heard that Lamar Jackson may restructure. I've heard rumors of that, which would make sense. Mark Andrews possibly. Again, you could end up cutting Stanley, like Jordan said earlier. So, I mean, yeah, the cap room, we're definitely in a tight spot, especially because we just franchise tagged Big Madubuike.
They do have till what July something to make a
Yeah.
deal with him, and I do think they get there. I think this is just they weren't the parties probably weren't close enough for like I think the Ravens were playing a little hardball because they knew they could do the franchise tag, and I
Hmm.
don't blame Madubuike for wanting the bag because he's probably the best defensive tackle in football.
Yeah.
All respects to the Los Angeles Ram that's
No,
out
I
there.
mean, there's a new sheriff in town. It's blatantly obvious. No disrespect to Aaron Donald. No disrespect, but Madubuike is him. No question in
Mm.
my mind.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to see what they do. I do think that they go corner, they go offensive lineman, they maybe with their first two picks, and then I'm curious what happens next. I heard Odell Beckham Jr. is not probably coming back. I'm curious what they do at wide receiver. Zay Flowers is still up in the air with what's happening there, even though he wasn't like
He was cleared. He
wasn't clear, but I heard the Ravens haven't quite made a
um
decision yet.
well, if he was cleared,
Yeah.
dude, that's a done deal. That's a done deal. We shouldn't be talking about this. No, what? Ugh.
Mhm.
Um,
So, speaking of wide receiver, she's not going to, but say a speedy wide receiver that ran a 4.21 40 happens to fall to number 30.
can we?
We're inviting him to town. I mean, obviously you can't pass on that speed, but
No.
yeah,
What happened to
Good.
big body receivers? What happened to like tall
I,
dudes?
I get that, but the one I wanted just got a bag from Tampa. And
That's true.
Michael Pittman also is getting got franchise tags. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like the Ravens, Odell Beckham was the first time they fucking signed a receiver of note, and he was old. So like they usually go out and they make deals for like a Hooch Zada or an Anquan Bolden or Derek Mason and or Steve Smith Sr. Like to me, that's the route they need to go, as exhausting as that is, knowing the fact that they have a Bateman and a Flowers in the bag and they can kind of they have whatever the hell likely is, half tight end, half myth. Like, so like they don't necessarily need to go out and sign a big time receiver when they've got other issues, much more pressing issues, in my opinion. One of them being running back.
Yeah,
That's
we
others
have
probably doesn't, but
nobody.
we'll find out. Yeah.
We have Keaton Mitchell, and that's literally it.
Half
That's
Keaton Mitchell.
uh,
I think half of a Keaton Mitchell. He's probably
half
still
of
in
a
the
Keaton
Cardinals.
Mitchell. Yeah, like we have half a damn running back.
well,
Like what
well,
the fuck?
you can't diss Hill that much for this year. Hill had one of his better years this year.
Hill did. He did. He did.
Forgot about him.
But
Yeah.
Hill's not your number one running back.
I understand that, but I mean he's there.
I think they should go out and get themselves a running back of note and just scare the shit out of the rest of the league. When they have to like line up because you have Derrick Henry back there with like Lamar Jackson, and you're like, fuck.
You know, whose legs are better? Like, who do you want? Who would you prefer, Saquon or Derrick Henry?
Well, Saquon could do more in our offense.
Exactly.
Yeah. With the
I
pass
mean,
catching and everything.
but also if you don't notice, I mean, yes, it's a league of now rotational backs, but we'll be rotating him back anyway. So would it even be worth the more money he would want? If like, okay, now Keaton's in, which is fine. No, fine. But now we're paying this guy to sit on the bench.
I'm not glutton for punishment. I would love to see J.K. Dobbins back next year. I just want to see him. I just want to see at least 3 games with him before I decide to make a decision. I've seen like 7 quarters.
Yeah,
It's
wow.
just so sad.
Yeah,
And this offense is a good look.
no, the sad song of J.K. Dobbins. I don't honestly expect him to be back unless he's willing to take an extreme discount. And even then again, it's like the injuries. I mean, Saquon has injuries too, which probably puts Derrick Henry in the most likely option that we'll probably go for if you think about health. As you look at Saquon and the man falls apart.
Derrick Henry fixes your red zone offense
Yeah.
in a damn hurry. And with Lamar Jackson back there, teams really can't play the pass at all.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can just cut people up. I mean, I think it's like a dream of mine to have an actual running back there. Not that Gus Edwards isn't bad, but like we've never had like a true game changer alongside Lamar. It's always been Lamar and a bunch of freaking people that are better because of him and not because like honestly, Gus Edwards is probably a system back. I'm gonna call it like it is.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see where he goes.
Yeah.
Be really interesting.
Well, and the one free agent wide receiver that's been linked to us is Captain Slants himself from New Orleans. Well, Michael Thomas.
Oh, no. Fuck
I do not want
no.
himself coming there.
Jesus.
Slants. No more slants. God damn it.
Just like his best route.
I don't want Lamar Jackson throwing a ball across the middle of the field anymore.
I don't even
You're
want
done.
no. Michael Thomas barely plays in New Orleans, let alone like what he would do up here. He ain't gonna survive the North.
Why do we just always get poverty receivers?
Always.
Like, no disrespect to Aguilar, but why is that always the option? Like the last 4 or 5 years, like, oh, God damn it.
Michael Thomas, are you kidding?
Who was that wide receiver that was on the Eagles for so long that we ended up getting a couple years ago? That could only run Hail Mary routes. Do you remember?
Who is he?
Like those guys. You always get those guys that like fantasy darlings a decade ago. And then we get them and it's like, damn it. Yeah. You have 40-year-old Steve Jerry Rice. Enjoy.
Oh God. No, yeah, the Ravens definitely are the wide receiver funeral home of the NFL.
Problem is, it worked for a while, so they kept doing it.
Yeah, this is a different sport, though.
They're like, yeah, Derek Mason worked, Boulder worked, Steve Smith worked, and then we got Macklin and Crabtree, and that's when it just started.
What the hell is that about?
God damn it! Yeah,
John Ross. God. That's guys. The wide receiver of his
John Brown. We had John Brown.
John Brown. That's what it was.
We had John Brown.
It's so fucking abysmal. Jesus.
Huh.
Oh,
John Ross was a bust for the Bengals.
That's true. He really didn't amount this year.
Now he can't even say he has the fastest 40 at the combine either.
Deshaun Jackson.
Yeah, that's
remember that motherfucker? Useless.
Yeah. Didn't we have Danny Woodhead? I mean, is he technically a receiver?
We did. We got him the same year that we got the safety. Weddle. We got them both in the same free agent class. I read an article about it, and Danny Woodhead like never played a game for us.
That's crazy.
He got hurt. You remember?
Yeah. Wow. Damn. Deepest of Ravens memory right there.
That's when I first started covering the team. Is there any reason I know that? I've never had a big front page with both of them on there.
That's awesome.
Oh, and also we got Tony Jefferson in that same class.
Oh, I remember Tony.
That's a great free agency. Do you remember that? Just to fucking lose to the Bengals in game 17, or the fuck it was. God damn it.
Oh man.
I'm fired up.
I am fired up. March 13th, new season begins. Free agency, week away. Legal tampering starts March 11th. Sounds shady as fuck. It literally does. It's like
teams are already doing it anyway. Remember when Rex Ryan signed Bart Scott? He sat outside his driveway until midnight and said, "Hey, Bart, here, sign this contract."
It's so shady.
So now, like, oh, fine, y'all can talk, but you can't do anything yet.
Oh man, did you guys hear? It was the Mike Preston article talking about Baltimore still doesn't have that Ray Lewis type leadership.
Mike
That's
Preston.
bullshit. Bullshit.
It felt like a dig at Roquan.
First off, what team has that? No team has that. No team has ever had that. No team will ever have that. It's fucking Ray Lewis. He's like he's a walking pump up machine. Like I just don't. It doesn't exist. Like we saw what Roquan Smith was doing pregame, postgame, in game, week of, during the like that man is a monster. And there's not a lot of guys like him out there even like he's just grasping at straws to make a story at this point.
He's
Like, oh, sorry, the fucking greatest defensive player of all time isn't in the fucking NFL anymore. Like, get over it. Son of a bitch.
I've stopped listening or reading whatever
Yeah.
that said a while ago.
It was just that it's just absolutely mind blowing to me. It's like if you ever watch any of the Ravens Wired or even listen to Roquan for more than 5 fucking minutes, you can tell that leadership is back. Like it's not a question. I don't know what Ravens he was watching.
You don't need rah-rah. Like,
no.
Ed Reed wasn't rah-rah. He just was fucking out there and laid out somebody and you fucking got in line behind him. Like, that's what Roquan Smith does. That's what, that's what Steve Smith did. He wasn't like off. I don't know. I just disagree.
Roquan was literally getting Cameraman hyped up pregame. He was, I mean, like I said, sorry, like I said, the greatest middle linebacker ever doesn't play anymore. I mean, I don't know what else you want.
Yeah.
I mean,
things come and go.
He's the closest thing to Ray Lewis that I think we can have.
Yeah, I mean, so much of it I think comes with like age and veteranship. Like I feel like Terrell Suggs kind of filled that void.
Yeah.
After him, not really anyone. Like it just doesn't. They don't exist. Like they have to be a Hall of Fame caliber player and have success. And like, I think Roquan Smith is an example of exactly what you want in a leader. Like, if not him, then who the hell else in the NFL can lead like him?
That's what I'm saying. It's baffling to me because again, you do get that rah-rah to a degree from Roquan. I mean, oh God, whatever. I mean, you look at that defense. Honestly, this is the most the most well centralized group we have. We have Madubuike on the D line, who's a very good leader. Roquan. We have Marlon. We have Kyle Hamilton, who again might be one of the best Ravens players to ever come through those doors.
They're so smart too. Like they're so intelligent, these players, and they don't make bonehead plays. They're always making the right play, getting others around them. Like look at the impact that Patrick Queen just being around these guys. He's got to get a bank from like the Texans or something, and then just fall off the fucking earth. Get ready for it. Because I feel like he needed that support system around him for him to be the kind of player that he is. I don't think he's like a number one linebacker. Maybe he proved me wrong, but I just never whenever he had the opportunity, I think he fell short.
No, I mean, I like Roquan not Roquan, PQ as a person. Yeah. Again, on a personal level, PQ is great and he's a great player, but I am confident in Trenton Simpson, who is who's an absolute beast. If we don't get PQ, which it seems very unlikely right now. I was
just saying, it's just for some reason there's some little tick in the back of my head that's like they're gonna sign him. I don't know why.
What happened?
I don't know why.
Surprised they did. Wouldn't be shocked.
There's no way it could happen, but until it doesn't happen,
it could
happen.
Yeah, it literally could. There's nothing to say it doesn't. There's nothing to say, hey, I love this team. I love this city. I'm willing to play the role I have here, Batman, Superman, with Roquan. There's nothing to say that doesn't happen.
I mean, hell, honestly, do you want to go to Seattle right now? They just cut both their safeties.
Yeah, fuck that. I don't have no coverage back deep. Yeah, fuck that.
Hey, Mike McDonald, come coach our team. Oh, by the way, you don't have your safeties anymore.
I
bet he's pumped about that. I don't think he wanted them in the house. Like, probably. I just never got a good vibe with Adam. Like, what's his name? He came from the Jets. Like, I feel like he kind of reminded me of Odell Beckham. Like, he had like a big gamer moment in New York, and then just like rode that wave his entire career. Not unlike Clowney, who actually had a really good year last year. But up to then, it was like,
No, tough break for Mike McDonald. We'll see. We'll see. He turned, gold into diamonds in Baltimore. So we'll see. Let's talk about the Orioles. What's going on with the Orioles, guys? Talk about it.
What you been seeing, Ross?
Well, they currently hold the best record in the Grapefruit League as of today, updated after beating the Pirates tonight, 11-2.
God damn shit, don't you?
And at least one of those losses was a split squad game.
Yeah, Jackson Holiday, home run shy of the cycle a couple nights ago. He's looking more and more like a guy who's going to make the baseball team out of spring training, which is absolutely massive. And then this guy named Alberto Suarez that they just like. I mean, he's not even in fantasy baseball in the Yahoo. Like, you can't even get him in Yahoo. That's how like off the $5 DVD bin at Walmart this guy is. Yet he's been like the best pitcher in camp. So like, I think just chalk it up as yet another Elias find from some other team that's going to end up being, I think, a major cog in this bullpen. From what I'm seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, our whole pitching staff's been fine.
Yeah,
fine. I mean, Hulu Tron, who we just picked up, he's lights out his first 2 games.
yeah.
And we're like, oh no, we're worried about our starting rotation. Oh well, we might have found another guy.
Looks like Wells pitched well last year. He's pitching well again this year, and so like yeah, we lost Means for a little bit, and who knows how long Bradish is going to be out. Hopefully not too long, but Wells, we have depth. We never really had that before, which is awesome. And obviously Corbin Burns is on the short list for the Cy Young Award, which is mind-blowing to me.
We'll say, fortunately, Cedric Mullins though is a day-to-day.
Yeah, what's going on with him?
He left with a right hamstring discomfort after exiting a game on Monday. That's mildly concerning. Possibly opening the door for Colton Cowser.
Yeah, 3 home runs so far this spring.
It might have solved some of our current issues of who's making the team.
Yeah.
Brighter side, Gunner's back.
Yep.
It's awesome. That's great to
Made
see.
his debut on Monday after starting with Madubuike soreness. He started short, played 4 innings, and went 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout.
Wow.
Have you guys seen our schedule in April? I don't know if you've checked it out, but it's the only team that even had a winning record last year was Milwaukee. And we took their best pitcher. So like we don't play a team that made the playoffs last year until May. Like
wow.
The Orioles could jump out to a tremendous lead in the division and just never relinquish it, whereas the Yankees open up against like the Astros.
Oh,
And
that's
then go to Arizona and win the World Series. So I think it's just really nice. And the Orioles open up against the Oakland Athletics, and then the Angels without Otani. Like it's just like the formula is there to have a really fast start
I can tell
while
you
you're
right
waiting
now,
for these pitchers to come back. So these pitchers will come back in time for the stretch. I'm pumped about it. Like it was just a great time. Like good to see that, and it's like hopefully they can just keep that momentum going from spring.
Yeah, we better start out hot, because if that is how we're starting the year, you almost know what's going to happen again.
Yeah.
They don't seem to like us a lot in the office. Like, hey, we'll start. But by the way, at the end of the year, you're going against every playoff team that's possible. So have fun.
Bring them. Fuck it. I think we're past the point of like doubting ourselves. The Orioles are the shit. They're 11-2 right now, looking great with our youngins, dude. Like, let's fucking go.
Maybe
team in baseball last year, or at least in the American League.
Yeah.
And a betting favorite to make the playoffs again this year. So we shall see.
Yeah,
we shall see.
I'm not paying $5,000 to see them opening day, but
Yeah, what the fuck is that? Like, whoever thought? Like, it's absolutely mind blowing to me. It's like $5,000. Are you kidding?
Only 3 of those options that I showed you guys were even, I would say, semi-reasonable, but not for opening day.
There's nothing reasonable about $5,000.
I understand this, but here's the funny thing. That $5,000 ticket was the worst ticket of them all. It was in left field, row 11. The other ones were at least down the right field line, left field line, first 2 rows.
Like that shit sold out, right?
It's
Not always. It will. Yeah. I mean, I'm not. I
I'm
would
not
never
going.
pay more than
it's not going to be at
$80.
those $5,000 ticket people aren't going.
No, I've made amends. I know what I'm doing. I'm going down to the city. I'm gonna get drunk and I'm gonna have fun on opening day.
It's the fucking Orioles. I will never pay
Yeah.
more than $30 to see them ever. I'm
There's
sorry.
no
Just
way.
like years of not having a good team has made me never want to pay to watch them ever again.
No, I'm paying more than that because that's how more it costs to have that buffet.
Yo,
I mean,
what's
that's
that
different.
buffet? We gotta get Ross that buffet.
You'll pay probably $10 more dollars just to eat at the concession stands.
That's true.
At least.
If you pay,
At
so you're
least
paying
get the hot
$30
dog
to
with
get in. You're
Old
paying
Bay
another
mac and cheese.
$30 just to eat a hot dog.
That's also because you go to like Boogs every day and get like 2 fucking pit
I
beats.
go there one time. I go there at least one time a year.
You
Is
need
it
to
only
go to
once?
the children's hot
I
dog
mean, half the
section.
time I only
I
go.
feel like every
once a
time I
year.
go with you, and we've been to multiple games a year.
I don't go to a lot of games often.
I think it's gone now, but for the longest time, Upper Deck left field had a $2 hot dog for the kids that was like a normal size hot dog because they feed you like massive hot dogs with adults.
Yeah.
So you could get like either nachos or a hot dog for like $2 each and then a drink. Like for $5, you could eat like a normal meal that a human being should eat and not like a $7 thing of fries that is this many fries when you used to eat like this many fries. I always get I get like 2 hot dogs for the price of half of an actual hot dog.
Damn.
I don't know. I just discovered that and like, oh wait, it's like my big
genius.
secret.
They also, I usually get the chicken tenders. Like the chicken tenders are always fresh. Wherever, for some reason, I think we've been sitting behind home plate lately. So it's like we get the chicken tenders with the fries, and it's always fresh and hot. There's also like I think it's called like the 410 stand or something. Like everything is like that price, like mad cheap. And yeah, I mean, I will say it's cheaper to eat at a baseball game than it is a football game. I
There's
feel
new
like
food
me
this year.
personally, huh?
There's new food this year too.
Yeah.
Baltimore Eats or something is going in there.
Yeah, what?
They broke like a 20-year relationship that they've had with this. Or did the Ravens did that? I'm sorry, I'm talking about the Ravens. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's cool. We're
Ravens
talking
broke
about
their
Baltimore food.
new
Kevin Yard's
food coming
going
to the
back-
Ravens, baby.
Kevin Yard's going back to Coca-Cola.
Huh? Is
Kevin
it?
Yard's going back to Coca-Cola.
Nice.
Go. I'm so excited for baseball. Just
Yeah.
a game, a random game in May, that kind of thing. Like just like
There's nothing better.
just chilling, watching the Mariners or something, and just like
Yeah.
drinking a beer and good beer too. No, they have like that. Like don't you don't have to fucking pay cash. Just go in, bloop, grab a duck pin, and out you go.
Yeah, no, there's nothing better than like sunset at Canby Yards, just chilling. Oh man, it's, it's almost there. But yeah, it's a good season. Long season ahead of us. I'm excited for it. Trying to think what else. No, I think that's it though. Y'all got any last thoughts, Jordan?
It's gonna sneak up on us, but the draft is a coming, boys. And that's gonna be a lot of fun to see who the Ravens take. Really great 3 days. Day of the draft should be fun.
Mm-hmm.
And just who the next crop's gonna be. Because they really nailed it last year.
They did.
And the year before that.
Actually, they've been doing it pretty good since COVID. Actually, they've been going. stupid
Go.
since then.
Hell, even look, that draft even finally paid off.
Yeah,
One just got a $22 million franchise tag, and one's about to be paid to possibly go back to what he was when we drafted him.
Who was our second round pick that year? Because Madubuike was third, I think.
yeah.
And Queen was one.
When was one? Did we have a second pick? Was that? That wasn't. No, that's not JK. No, fuck that.
I
Who
think on
was it?
this.
Damn,
I can't remember.
that's
That's
crazy.
not good.
Not at all. We're getting old. Memories going. That's
We even have it. We may have traded it. I don't know.
Maybe it wasn't good.
what I was trying to figure out. It's like I think we may have traded it. It wouldn't surprise me.
It was J.K. Dobbins.
That's what I.
Yeah.
What's JK?
Pat
So,
Queen,
I
J.K.
didn't realize
Dobbins, Justin
J.K. and
Madubuike,
DK
Devin
was
Duvernay, Malik Harris, and Tyree Phillips. That's a great draft. When you look at last year's success,
Mm-hmm.
even J.K. had a great opening game against the Houston Texans. Like,
and
it took a while to get there.
Sweet diving touchdown. That's his highlight.
But to be fair, it was 2020. So I mean, but so all those guys came in and then had no
Yeah,
off-season training, all that nonsense. Didn't they played all their games their rookie year in a stadium without any noise? Like,
that's wild.
and I think they kind of failed Patrick Queen by not having a veteran next to him.
Yeah,
But at the same time, they all came to fruition this year.
man. It's crazy how
We
it's been
fucking
4
blew it.
years.
We blew it.
It's crazy how it's been 4 years. We've been doing this virtual thing. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Damn, it's 4 years since I draft class. No, but yeah, pretty much opening day right around the corner. Free agency. We're gonna see what's popping with that next week. That starts. Yeah, a lot of fun to be had in the off season though. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay tuned for more.